Joining me now with more is Rhett Buttle. He's an entrepreneur, advocate, and a trusted leader, of course, when it comes to the intersection of Wall Street and Main Street. He's worked for President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris and is currently the president of Public-Private Strategies Institute. Rhett joins me now. Rhett, great to see you. Of course, I am getting ready to shop local this holiday season, and I want to hear from you what our viewers need to know as we approach Small Business Saturday.
Yeah, well, good morning and happy almost Small Business Saturday. I mean, this is an amazing time of year to really celebrate the contributions small businesses make to our economy. We know that 2 out of every 3 jobs that are created in America are created by small businesses. Just about half of all Americans work for a small business. And Small Business Saturday is a really important time to go out, shop local, make sure that you're investing your money in local communities, because we know that when you invest your money in small businesses, that money stays local.
How important are the November and December months, Rhett, to small businesses?
Look, these are critical moments. So obviously we celebrate small businesses on Small Business Saturday, but November and December are particularly important times. You know, it's a huge moment where consumers are out and they're making important decisions in the market. And that money is really important to local small businesses as well as small businesses who are online and do digital as well. So given that they are such a huge part of the economy, these next few months are really important to make sure that you get out and invest in small businesses, because these next 2 months are where a lot of small businesses make a large part of their profit for the year.
What is the support that small businesses need these days?
Look, we always hear that obviously small businesses need, number one, customers. But, most importantly, I think small businesses are starting to think about next year and what next year brings. On the policy side, as you can imagine, they're thinking a lot about, what the tax package is going to look like and making sure that works for them. A lot of small businesses are thinking about their employees and their communities and how to, provide healthcare to their communities. So lots of things top of mind for small businesses. But over the next few days, the next few months, most importantly is just driving customer and consumer demand.
And what do you find are the most effective ways for small businesses to do that?
Absolutely. So, small businesses really rely upon their local community. I will say increasingly, we're seeing more small businesses go digital. Some of that is an effect from the pandemic, but overall, small businesses are going to find customers wherever they can find them. And so while they'll continue to rely upon their local communities to continue to drive and support them, as they expand more digitally and become more sophisticated, it allows small business owners, obviously, their ability to reach customers all around the world.
Rhett, I'm curious in terms of the best way to navigate Small Business Saturday for our viewers who are perhaps still digesting their Thanksgiving dinner, wanting to take advantage of Black Friday and get out there and shop local on Saturday. What is the best way to do it?
Absolutely. Well, one, you can check out the Small Business Saturday website. They are an amazing partnership with an organization called Women Impacting Public Policy, which is an organization that focuses on women's small businesses. So you can also check out the Women Impacting Small website as well. But most importantly, the most important thing is just to drive out into your local community, find a small business, or if you have your favorite small business, and make sure that you celebrate them by, patroning their business and giving them another customer.
I'm curious in terms of ways that our viewers can follow along activity in the small business throughout the year, Rhett. Of course, there's the Small Business Roundtable. There are other organizations, coalitions, of course, that I know are very well aware of. How can people make sure that they have their pulse on this community throughout the year?
Absolutely. It's really important to not just obviously shop at small businesses, but really better understand how we can make them, support them throughout the year. So I encourage folks to get involved with a wide variety of organizations. The U.S. Small Business Administration is a great resource for anyone thinking about small business and entrepreneurship. I also would encourage folks to check out Small Business Roundtable, which is a coalition I'm very involved in, or Small Business for America's Future, which is really an advocacy voice for small business, working with leaders, local community members, and policymakers to make sure that the environment is right for small businesses to grow.
And in terms of change that may come in January, of course, with a new administration and a red sweep in Washington, Republicans controlling the House and the Senate, as well as the Oval Office with President-elect Donald Trump, what do small businesses need to know to set up a plan that can help them be successful as we see a turning of the page in government?
Absolutely. Well, as with any change in administration, that brings uncertainty. Similar with all size businesses, for small businesses, uncertainty is never a good thing. But as we look to the future, there are some things that small business owners can prepare to do to plan. One is to, take advantage of any, policy that's in place now. We know businesses have benefited significantly from the bipartisan infrastructure law, for example, that was passed under the Biden administration. There's a lot of funds flowing down into communities. But one of the big conversations next year is really going to be about tax. And as we look towards the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act and extending the tax cuts, we saw a lot of those tax cuts go to much larger businesses. We really want to make sure the tax code also works for Main Street small businesses. So we really encourage business owners to start thinking about preparing to use their voice to make sure that the tax package is shaped in a way that works for Main Street entrepreneurs.
Rhett Buttle, thank you so much for joining Rhett, especially after the holiday. Happy Small Business Saturday tomorrow. Rhett is the president of Public-Private Strategies Institute.